guys, so on today's video we're going to be doing a get ready with me while talking about my crush, all my crushes and my crushers. So I have my hair done. Just going to put this last in. Okay, so we're going to start from when I was in primary school, when I had my first actual crush. I had the crush on this guy. His name was Chimbuchi Rapakama. He was this like dark chocolate cutie, you know. I had a crush on him, but I guess he didn't like me back. But he liked this girl. They would always stay in front of the class, but biscuits. They would put it in a cup, put the water, and then they would be taking a scoop of it and be feeding each other. Can you imagine? Right in front of me while I was sitting at the back. Like, I mean, it was break time and everyone was out for break. I was just sitting down there staring at them. It made me so mad that sometimes I used to imagine things would just happen to the both of them. It made me that mad. Like, I wasn't a horrible person. I'm not a bad person. But I can imagine we've all been there. Where you have a crush on somebody and the person doesn't like you back, and the person is okay, not just only that the person doesn't like you back, but instead the person is doing nonsense with someone else right in front of you. So anyways, after that primary one, my next crush was in I think primary 5. And guess what? It wasn't even on purpose, but the next guy I had a crush on was the guy's best friend, the guy from primary 1. They were best friends. So I had a guy like a crush on this guy too, but I don't know why I had such horrible taste in men back then, because this guy too, like, I don't know if he liked me back, but how dare he not know that I had a crush on him? Well, I had a crush on him, and back then we were seatmates because we were like the tallest people in class, so they put us at the back to sit at the back. That's how they usually arranged back in primary school. They arranged the class according to, like, heights. I was sitting at the back. I was literally the only girl at the back, I think, either just me or I and one other girl. We're the only ones at the back with like boys. So I was sitting next to this guy. His name was David. So I had a huge crush on him, and every time this guy came to school, he would always. Oh, I forgot my aloe vera gel. So every time he came to school, he would always come with fruits, like different kind of fruits that we've never seen before. He would he would come with it, and then people would be all over him, like, oh, give me, give me, give me, give me. And then girls would use that as an excuse to like come to him, because he was like one of the cutest boys back in school then. I think, like, the way I remember, I think he was one of the cutest boys back in school then. Every time girls would be all over him, and I'll be staring like, what's doing this once now? Why are you girls all over? Like, because they would come to where we were sitting, and I was sitting next to him, and then they would like push me to the side while they're crowding him, asking him for fruits and touching him. But then he was sweet in a way that he would always like keep for me. I think he would keep for me, and so that made me think maybe, just maybe, he had like a little bit of crush on me. So I was still hopeful, but he was sweet sometimes, but the rest of the times he was not sweet. He was actually very, very mean to me. Like, one day he pushed me. He literally pushed me, and I fell, and I had this huge ass injury on my leg. This guy didn't give a damn. He didn't care. He walked right out of the class. He went to go and play his football. My dears, I was shook. I was shocked. I was mad. But still, I still liked him. You guys shouldn't blame me. Don't blame, like, I think we've all been in that situation where a guy is so mean to you, but you still like him. I don't. If you guys have been in that position, just like leave a comment in the comment section down below. So, anyways, we went through it, but I think there was one time he did something, but I can't remember the thing, but I know he was very, very protective of me though. Like, I used to feel I used to feel nice. When he was like a bit protective of me, from some things that anyone that wanted to hurt me back then, he was like a bit protective. No, we are kids. We are literally kids. We were in primary school. I think that's elementary school for people that are not like Nigerians. So, when we got into high school, we got separated. We weren't in the same school anymore. So, high school was a bit of a drag for me because I went to two different high schools. The first one I did my first year there. That's my JSS one. Then I changed to the next one. This was where the real dramas happened in my entire high school life. I mean drama. When I say drama, I mean drama. So the first one was like I think my third year. No, actually, except for my second year in secondary school. That's my JSS two. This guy, his name was Emmanuel. I think he had a crush on me, but I didn't like him at then. I'm like, it was so weird to me. Like I'm like, please, oh God, just leave me a bed. I don't have strength. But then in JSS three, like when we were done, I think that was the last day of JSS three. He asked me out, and then I don't know. Actually, before then, while we were in JSS three, any guy that tried to talk to me, this guy would go chase him away. Like, "Ah, please don't talk to this babe. She's my babe," and he would always come sit with me and stuff. At first, it was pissing me off. It was pissing me right the fuck off. I won't even lie. But then later, it started getting interesting. Like I didn't mind it at all. Like actually, I think I'm not saying but I think at some point in our lives there is this guy that you didn't like at first, but then you said like now you actually liked him more than you can imagine. That's exactly what happened with Anne Emmanuel. So when he asked me out on the last day of JSS 3, that's the third year of high school, before we got into senior high school, the last year of junior high, I agreed. So during the break, we agreed that we'll go to the same lesson center. In the house with the couple, going to the same lesson center. It was actually quite romantic. But I had this clique of girls I would hang out with sometimes back then in secondary school. They also, one of them, Grwm, also came to the same lesson center with me. So back then, she introduced me to this guy, Jeremiah was his name. And he went to under school, it was an all guys school. So we met and I wouldn't say we seeing each other, but yeah, something might have happened. And then I felt so bad. I felt like completely bad. I was like, oh no, I don't want to be this kind of girl. So I made up my mind to break up with both Emmanuel and Jeremiah because I didn't want to be like a two-timing biatch. It was so hurtful to Emmanuel, but I felt like that was the best thing to do for him and for me. And like, I know I felt so bad already, but then Chica's dream, I think, at least that was what I heard happen. Like, I didn't confront her about it. But she told Emmanuel some crazy things that I said things or I did things, and it really pissed him. It really pissed him off, and he hated me from then. I don't know if she. I think she told him that I never liked him and I made fun of him or something. I don't know exactly precisely, but this was what I heard she said. And back then I was never one to confront somebody. I would just like pretend like I don't know and just continue being friends with you. She like I never see you again. Like that's just me back then. But right now I'm petty as fuck. If you cross me, we're gonna die there. So, this guy, he hated me from then. At least that's what I believe. And before I could even apologize to him or whatever for what I did, for breaking his heart, he already left the school. He left the school, he left the country, and I was sad because I never got to apologize and never got to say my own side of the story. Like, all he had to go was the story of like what Chigozie told him. And it was devastating to me, but what could I do? I just had to let it go and move on with life. And so the next guy I kinda dated was Hamid or Kapo. And it didn't even start off like it was going to be like a serious stuff, but it ended up being a serious stuff. So this guy, I was supposed to just, I'm not going to say it here because I don't want him to see this video and find out what I was supposed to do to him. But then I actually fell for him. Like, I was just so soft back then. I was too soft back then. Like, someone I was just supposed to do something to. I ended up liking him and then started dating him, and then I found out he was actually my family friend. Yeah, he was. His mom and my mom were like very, very, very good friends, and they still are very good friends. So like that, he and I got really, really close, and I think he was one of my longest um, boyfriends. Though we were on and off, we would break up and we'll come back again. Break up, we'll come back again. It was okay. But while I was, because he was in another school though, he was in another second high school. So while this was going on, there were some guys, there were some guys in my sister's class. My sister was like a class ahead of me, a year ahead of me. So there was this first guy that he had a crush on me, like, and he didn't hide it. He wasn't about to hide anything. He made it so obvious that he had a crush on me, like he wanted the entire world to know. And I didn't like him back, so it was really annoying to me. And like, I never liked him. It wasn't like I didn't like him and then I felt like, no, I did not like him. There are some people you don't like and you know you never ever like, and he was one of those people. So after school, I'd leave my bag somewhere and I'll go play with my friends, and then when I come back I'll see like a letter tucked in by the side of my bag, my school bag. Yo, guys, it was like a full ass letter. This guy will write a whole ass letter and tuck it into my bag. This didn't happen once, it didn't happen twice. It kept on happening and I kept on ignoring him. But this guy didn't give up, he didn't relent, man. He was, he knew what he wanted and he went after it. But unfortunately, I just didn't, I wasn't interested. And every Valentine's Day, yo, I used to get lots of presents, not even from the guys in my year, from the guys in my class. I'd get a lot of presents from the guys in the next year. Like I'd get things like dresses, wine, shoes, just a couple of stuff, like nice, nice stuff. But I was like, all these ones go necessary. Like it's not necessary at all. I don't want. I don't want to do. I don't want to do. But then I don't even know if they all knew that they were all like asking me out, but they all wanted to know who would be first to get me. But man, just give up. It's not going to work, okay? It's not going to work. Meanwhile, while they were busy crushing on me, I was busy crushing on another person. So you know how it goes. If the person I'm crushing on does not want me, you're going to suffer too if you're crushing on me. Let's all be killing each other. Let's all be killing each other. But I had this best friend, his name was Kenechukwu, and the guy I was crushing on was one of the guys in his like clique. And Kenachiko had like a girlfriend then, but he was really, really protective over me. And I actually love that about him. He was really, really protective. I still love him till now. And he's one of the people I'll remain in contact with for life. Like, we were great. Like, was a really good friend of mine. So, anyway, by the way, I don't know why I ended Kenachiko. I was talking about my crush, the person I was crushing on. His name was Matthew. So, Matthew, uh, this guy was one of the most unserious people ever in school. Like, they don't come to school. When they come to school, they come like very, very late. Like, sometimes during break, they come to school. Like, I don't know how to explain how unserious this guy and his clique they were. They were very, very, very unserious. But I don't know why I just liked him. I don't know. I don't know. So I was just so enticed. Like I blocked out those other rubbish parts of him, and I just liked what the parts I wanted to like. So I think after was he after SS1 or after SS2, he was supposed to leave the school. So I'm like, okay, since this guy is leaving, this is my chance to tell him I like him without ever seeing him again. We don't ever have to meet again, but let me just clear my mind and tell him I liked him. So one day we were texting on the phone and I told him, and then I think like that was how we started dating. And it was so weird for me because I never wanted to be the kind of girl that was the first person to tell a guy I liked him. But that happened. So that's why whenever when we started dating, whenever someone asks like, oh, who asked how did he ask you out? I'm like, oh yeah, we just we just started dating. Yeah. I never actually told anyone in the story because I was the first person that that spoke to him about liking him, and then when we started dating, it was nice. We were like. Back in secondary school, we're like, the top couple. I don't know if I should say top couple. I knew people like people knew we were dating, and people just loved us. I don't even know what was so great about the relationship, or maybe just because maybe he was fine or something, and how people like fine couples, and so I guess girls were crushing over him because he was really, really cute. I guess that's why we're like the top couple then because of him and his cuteness, probably. Anyways, so a lot of things happened when we were dating. I think he was my longest boyfriend because we dated for a while, for like, I think a whole year, if I remember correctly, probably, maybe. Yeah, I think we dated for a whole year. Then, in the middle of dating, there was this day, cause my school skirts were short, like I couldn't even bend down. Like once I bend down, you go and see things. You're going to see things. So one day I wore this extremely short skirt to school. I think my other skirt was wet or something. I don't know what happened to it. But I wore this other one to school. I don't usually wear. Like I think that was my first day of wearing it, where it was extremely short. I want to like this one I knew it was just ridiculously short, but I still wore it to school. So one of the teachers, not even the teachers, the vice principal of the school, saw me walking into the class, and she followed me, and she was like, "Who is the girl that just walked into the class? Stand up." Yeah, I was looking around with her like, who is the girl that walked into the class? Because it cannot be me now. Then I think she kind of recognized me or something. I don't even know how she knew, but she now asked me to come out. Right there, I came out, she now asked me to bend down in front of the class. That if I can't bend down, that she will flog me. And I was like, yeah, I can't bend down. I was shy. My boyfriend was in class. I want to embarrass me. Are you mad? So I had to act a bit tough, and I was not tough at all. I was the least tough person back in high school. I was trying to be tough to her, when she was telling me to bend down. And I told her, no, I couldn't do it. I don't want to do it. So she took me to her office. She told me to kneel down or something. And she told me she was going to seize my skirt. I thought this woman was joking. I thought she was actually playing. Like play like play. This lady took my skirt. She told me to take off my skirt. After I took off my skirt, guess what this woman gave to me? A PE shirt. And the PE shirt wasn't a cute, nice shirt. It was one of these ridiculous things that I don't even know how it was made or who made them. It was like a skirt short, a skirt, if you should say it like that. It was a short inside and a skirt outside. And it was just ridiculous. It was too big, it was too long. Like a PE short is supposed to be small and short, because it's a sport. It's supposed to like give you allowance to just do whatever you want to do. But this one was ridiculous. And imagine wearing my school shirt, my uniform, my shirt. I begged. Like I didn't, like I didn't care at that moment because nobody was watching me. Like I was like, no, to hell with being a tough girl. Like I'm gonna beg you, ma. I'm going to beg you, ma. Please, please, ma. Please give me back my skirt. I won't wear it again. Just give me back my skirt. She didn't agree. I didn't want to leave her office. We were there. She was like, I should better go back to class because she's not giving back my skirt. I looked at her. I'm like, oh Lord, what have I got myself into? And I knew I was going back to class to go and meet my boyfriend, and he would not see me with my clothes. And I was shy as hell. I was like, no way am I gonna do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I cannot do this. But then I went back to class, and then luckily for me, my boyfriend was in the class. He went to the next class, and so I just sat down there. Even during break, I couldn't leave the class. I was just, because during break, I would always like, stand up, go to the cafeteria with my friends and go eat something. But this time around, I was just sitting there like, please, I can't go anywhere. I can't let junior students see me looking this ridiculous. So I was like, I'm not going anywhere. I just stayed in class all day. Even when school dismissed, I'm like, see, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay in this school till every single one of the students has left the school. But unfortunately for me, no, they didn't want to leave. And then my boyfriend came, and was asking me like, "What's up? Why did I want to go home?" And I showed him my schedule. Like, see what happened, and he was the cutest person about what happened. Like, this was when I knew I had a boyfriend. I'm not just like a friend. This was when I knew I had a boyfriend. So when I told him like why I couldn't leave, he now took me by the hand. He was like, he could have given me his pants, but like he doesn't have anything else to wear home. So he grabbed me by the hand and he literally held me as we walked. It was the cutest. That was the cutest moment of my life. That should show you how sad my life is. That's like literally one of the cutest moments of my life. I can't even lie. So he held me. We walked out of the school together. And then when the junior students saw me, instead of looking at my skirt, they were just looking at how cute we were at. Yo, me, I was like, yeah, that's my boyfriend. He's holding me. He's holding me. So he walked me all the way to the parking lot, should I call it that? Till I entered like the car that took me home. That day, like that day is so memorable to me. I can never forget that day because he was so cute that day. Like that, just that single incident, just that one single incident meant a whole lot to me. But I don't even know if he knows how much it meant to me, but it meant a whole lot to me. And that's the one single incident that I tend to remember when I just want to remember, oh, like he wasn't such a completely not good person. Let me use that word instead. That word is nicer. But then, after that moment, I don't think there was anything good that I remember about him because he was just like shitty after then. Like, I started even hating him afterwards. But then, I think after high school, after we took our work or something, I can't remember when, we said, you know, hanging out again. Yeah, it was after secondary school, now I remember. We started hanging out again. But then even while we're hanging out, I knew like this guy is just hanging out with me just because I'm hanging out with him, not because he wants to hang out with me. Well, that was how I met my friend here, Ebuka. He's still like, because they were both friends. And then I think Ebuka knew I was coming to Ukraine. And then he told Matthew to give him my number. Yeah, and then Matthew did. Imagine my boyfriend gave and that guy my number. But I guess like it wasn't like that because if God didn't even like ask it like that, he just knew I was coming and we were family friends. So I guess he wanted me to come to somewhere like I already knew somebody, which was him. So and I'm happy if God did that because if not for him, I wouldn't be here in Nevada. So, anyways, then he gave my number to Ebuka, and later I just knew like this whole relationship stuff is not going anywhere, and me, I'm tired. I can't be forcing myself on somebody. Like I'm not that kind of person. Like I'll never be that person ever. So I just stopped hanging out with him. I guess like please go to hell. Like you're not you're not that fine. There are cuter people. I was just trying to pity you small. Imagine. A whole babe like me was trying to pity you small and you were there acting like a douchebag. Like, damn you. Okay? Anyways, so and the worst part is that my best friend, Eto, as in I love you, baby. She never liked the guy, and she always warned me about this too. But I'm like, oh, when you're in like, I wouldn't say in love because shit, I didn't know what love was. But when you're in like and you're like, oh, you're just blinded, and anything the guy does is just like, it's like, oh, see, you can't see anything bad in whatever he does. And she always warned me like, this guy is trash. He's trash. He's trash. I'm like, oh, he's trash, but he's my trash. I know, I was so dumb. I was super dumb, like big time dumb. I was a dumbass person back then. But I think girls, girls, that's what we do. We are just dumb sometimes to things. I don't know if I should say without even knowing or why we even know, but we're just dumb sometimes to things. Anyways, I think that was like one of my worst relationships, I think. Because he just made me feel like crap. Like, I think he even liked, like, my friend Eto back then. But I guess maybe he thought, like, if I think he likes my friend Eto, I was, like, stop being friends with her. But no guy in this entire life is going to make me fall out with my girlfriend. Never. Like, never. So, it's not me to fall out, it's not me falling out with my friend Eto. I fell out with him instead. But I'm like, fuck you, man. I'm not giving up my best friend because of you. Like, huh, what are you giving me? Like nothing. Um, so guys, I had to go off camera to do the eyes and lips. Um, yeah, so that was basically my stories of my crushes and my crushes from my primary school to my secondary school. That's from my elementary to high school. This is where we're going to stop today. Tell me if you'd like more videos like this. Maybe just maybe I'll tell a story about my life, my crushes and my crushes in college. But I think that one is too soon. But if you guys want to see, just leave a comment in the comment section down below. And I'll see if I can try. Okay. So here is the finished look. Thank you guys for getting ready with me. I really appreciate it that you guys stuck with me throughout the videos, with my stories, my ups and downs stories. I hope you guys enjoyed the stories. And also give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe. Please subscribe. Please, as you're watching, subscribe. And share. You guys should share, you know. Just share with your loved ones because you love them and you want them to see good videos like this. Just share, okay? Okay, love you guys. And you guys should also follow me on my socials. All my social media platforms are all Chini Adi. My Instagram, my Snapchat, my Twitter. They're all Chini Adi. You guys should follow me on all of them. Mwah. Love you guys. See you guys in the next video. Ciao.